So the XFinity 500 around the Martinsville Speedway in Virginia is on this weekend, the penultimate round of the NASCAR 2024 Cup Series season and also the final race in the round of 8. 4 drivers will be eliminated from the playoffs after this race. To see all the permutations of that, I've already done a video covering that for you guys, but let's just focus on the 5 drivers that I'm going to be paying special attention to this weekend in the NASCAR Cup Series. So we're going to start with William Byron in second in the standings, but as it stands, he is the final driver to be making it through to the playoffs. This is of course because Tyler Reddick and Joey Logano have already won in this series. If none of the other playoff drivers win this race, then it will mean that the second place driver is the final one in the standings to be guaranteed a spot. Byron has a decent lead in this over most drivers, but Kyle Larson is only 7 points behind, so Byron is someone who's going to have to perform well this weekend in order to ensure that he goes through to the championship for the Final Four in Phoenix in a week's time. Will he do it? Well, I think he probably will, to be honest. But at the same time, I could easily see Kyle Larson winning around this track as well. Someone who, the most successful driver this season so far. I mean, he got 7 wins, 6 wins, something like that. He's got the most on the NASCAR Cup Series. But for the first time heading into this race, he's actually below the dotted line, as it were. So whether he's actually going to be able to make it, not is another matter. If he didn't make it through to the Final Four, the championship decider in Phoenix, I think it would be a crying shame. But right now, it is a possibility. No top 10 finishes in the last 2 races, but he has done some incredible recovery drive with some tyre issues and some mechanical issues plaguing him during those races. In a clear run at Martinsville, I would very much back him to win, and I will say now that he will win in Martinsville this weekend. That's my prediction. He's the one I'm going for, but we'll see how we get on with that. Denny Hamlin is the most successful driver on the current NASCAR grid in Martinsville. I think he's won around here 5 times off the top of my head. I did a video earlier this week going over the most successful drivers in the history of Martinsville. He did not make the top 5 though, but he would be in a top 10, I believe. He's very, very good around this track. He got a 3rd place last time out in Homestead, another track that he'd done very well in the past. So I'm expecting probably a top 5 from him. Will it be enough for him to get through to the Final Four? Well, it depends on what the drivers ahead of him do, but if Kyle Larson does win like I predict, he'll be out. If any of the other drivers win in the playoffs, then he's out. He'd have to hope for someone outside the playoffs to get victory, which could happen. We've seen quite a few of those this season so far, so we'll see what happens with that. Next up, the 4th driver I'm going to highlight is Ryan Blaney. He is down in 6th place in the standings overall. He is on 4,072 points, and William Byron, the one he is trying to catch, is on 4,110. That is a difference of 38 points. There's 60 points to play for during a NASCAR Cup Series weekend, so basically he's got to win. He's got to win around this track to be able to get in, and that definitely applies to the final driver, who is only 5 points behind but is in 8th overall in the standings, Chase Elliott. He is on 4,067, which means that he is a grand total of 43 points behind Byron. He has to get some stage points at a minimum, 3 or 4 stage points at an absolute minimum in stage 1 or 2, or he'll be out heading into the final stage 3 no matter what. I think it's a real long shot, and Chase Elliott has only had the 1 victory so far this season at the Texas Motor Speedway, so expecting him to win round here I think is a bridge too far. But this is the NASCAR Cup Series in 2024. It's been an incredible season. I have loved covering it here on the NASCAR Chronicle, and you guys have really been enjoying it too, so thank you for all the support here on our videos. And yeah, like I said, Larson is my not so bold prediction to win this race this weekend, but who are you going for? Who do you think is going to win this weekend in Martinsville? Let us know in the comments below as always, guys, and of course subscribe, follow, like, share, all that good stuff here on the NASCARchronicle.com, and we'll see you very soon with the results, the reaction to the Martinsville race this weekend. Have a good one, guys, and we'll see you very soon.